I want to see Bill
What's
Belichick
that?
versus Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's what Molly wants to see. That is my Christmas wish.
Okay.
So here's what I need to know. Can Brady overcome these injuries and run it back?
So, here's the things you learn as you get older. You never speak in absolutes, right? You never talk in always and never. So I'm not going to say that Brady can't overcome it. What I am going to say is it's going to be extremely difficult, and I don't expect Tom Brady to be able to overcome it. The reason Tom Brady is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneers is because of the weapons. He went there because of Chris Godwin. He went there because of Mike Evans. He wanted to be there because of Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard, and then you add people like Leonard Fournette, Rob Gronkowski, and Antonio Brown because they want to play with Tom Brady. Tom Brady understood that last year with the New England Patriots that Jacoby Myers and N'Keal Harry weren't going to cut it for 43-year-old Tom Brady. They weren't going to cut it for 44-year-old Tom Brady. And if you go back to the New Orleans Saints game, which is a game that you can't necessarily throw out, but you do often see the Saints, at least in the 4 games in the regular season against Tampa Bay, they kind of dominate Tom Brady. So you lose the Chris Godwins, you lose the Leonard Fournettes, the Mike Evans, and now this Saints team really just dominates Tom Brady. He's off. Rob Gronkowski is off. And so you're going to be depending on the Millers. You're going to be depending on the Perrimans. You're going to be dependent on some of these guys who've never come up huge in these type of situations. And Tom Brady isn't the old Tom Brady. Tom Brady isn't the guy that could take 4 no-names, right, and make them into household names, make them into Super Bowl champions. And so when you think about having to play the Los Angeles Rams, who can score, having to play the Green Bay Packers, who can score, having to play the Dallas Cowboys, who should be able to score, but don't really score that much, at least not against good teams, but you get my point. They have to be able to produce points, and I don't know that Tom Brady can do that if he doesn't have his skill players available.
RC, my only issue with what you're saying is everything that you're saying. All those skill players are available. They're going to be available come playoff time. Chris Godwin is on injured reserve. He's not coming back. Right. Chris Godwin's not coming back. We know that. But Mike Evans is coming back. Antonio Brown is coming back. Evans dated week to week, but he's coming back when playoff times come. Antonio Brown coming back when playoff time comes. Scotty Miller, you said he doesn't make big plays. Last year he had a big play against Green Bay when he had his opportunity. And when he was in the game, he didn't make big plays before Antonio Brown got there. All these guys that you mentioned, Leonard Fournette on IR, coming back. They're only out for 3 weeks. They come back when playoffs come. And so, Tom Brady, you're right. Maybe he can't win with the Chris Hogans of the world and all those things. Maybe that's why he came to Tampa Bay. Maybe all that is accurate. All that is still available. Every single one of those pieces is available minus Chris Godwin. And so, yes, you're right. Tyler Johnson will have to step up. Last year, he averaged 14 yards per reception. He was a rookie last year, second-year player. He's going to have to step up into that role. Rob Gronkowski will have to step up. He was two catches for 29 yards against New Orleans. But the thing is, Tampa Bay is not going against New Orleans every single week. They may only have to play New Orleans one more time, and that's if New Orleans makes the playoffs.
I agree with that.
Yeah, if New Orleans make the playoffs. And so other teams cannot replicate what New Orleans did and does in the regular season to Tampa Bay. Teams can't replicate that. They can't. And so I think 2 things are going to happen. Number one, Tom Brady and Gronk, because Gronk struggled last game, they're going to come back with a vengeance. You're going to see that this week, Carolina. But then even bigger, when I listened to Byron Leftwich, I heard a little bit of the Tom Brady-isms, right? He talked about working harder at practice, talking about getting it corrected. And sure, I'm sure how that's Byron Leftwich is. But Tom Brady has this kind of effect on his team where even where younger players have to step up, the Scotty Millers, the Tyler Johnson, guys like that will step up around Tom Brady.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it didn't look the same when we lost these guys during the game. We have to remember that Tom Brady wasn't the reason this team won a Super Bowl, even with all of those skilled players throughout the playoffs last year. It was the defense, and I just don't see Tom, if these guys don't come back healthy, if these guys don't get back to 100% producing as they were, I don't see Tom being able to overcome the lack of skill that he left New England for.
I don't know how I feel about this Brady slander.
All I'm saying, RC, is that all I'm saying is that the defense is still there, bro. Like the whole defense is still there. The receivers, all these weapons, they're still there. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
So Acho has the Bucs winning the NFC. As for the AFC, let's go there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.